Hi, my name is Marmora. This is my first year with the Light Design Lab program. My project of learning was learning through experiences. My project is sports injury awareness at the high school level. In the beginning, my project was for all high school sports injuries, but I began to understand that this was a huge reach. So, I narrowed it down to focus on concussions. For me, concussions are a big deal. The reason being that this year marked not only my fourth but my fifth concussion during my high school athletic career. I suffered from 2 concussions this year, one in October during the football season, and another in January during wrestling season. I went into the wrestling season knowing I was at a very high risk of getting an injury, but it wasn't going to stop me and my love for the sport. I have been doing these sports since I was a child. To my earliest days and my earliest memories, this
on your feet. Come on.
But when I got my 5th concussion, I was heartbroken.
Go,
There was no amount of preparation for me here. I can't play contact sports again. When I got my 4th concussion, the doctor said the chances of me playing contact sports after my 5th were extremely low. And I was highly advised not to continue playing sports again. So after my 5th, I was heartbroken and hurt. I felt like I was letting down all my teammates and was unable to do anything about it. It took me a while to even smile again and just be a normal human being and all the emotions I was feeling and confusion I felt. But when I got out of my slump, I realized that now my project has even more meaning than it did before. It really pushed me and made me want to be better and promote others at my school, whether it be someone who is a teammate to me or someone I have never spoken to in my life, being in the same situation as me. This experience for me created a new maturity and level of understanding and empathy I had never felt before, as someone who had something taken away from them. When I first thought of my project, it was to benefit those in similar situations to me. The more I talked about my project, the more I learned how to present it in a way that would get my purpose across.
Come on, Har.
I thought the more knowledge I had, the greater my project would be. But I began to realize that I was missing the emotional aspect and reasoning to it. The more examples I used that related to myself, the more people took an interest in liking to it, making me, overall, push harder to make my project come to fruition. I had felt that something big was missing from my project for a while.
10 seconds!
I couldn't put my finger on it until I realized that it was a purpose. Without a purpose, my project was just an idea, not something I was really working towards. When I first started my project, I loved it and thought it was an amazing idea. But I soon came to realize I didn't love the project at all. I loved the idea. Towards the middle of the year, I began to hate it. I realized how much work I had to do and it wasn't really doing it at the same time. I didn't want to go talk to the administrators. I didn't want to make a plan for the charities. And most of all, I didn't want to make a statement of change. But the more I complained, the more I grew and learned that hate isn't going to get me anywhere, and neither was procrastination. I knew if I wanted to continue on my project and make my idea real, I would have to learn to market it and look at the positives. To me, the positives were how much this project would help others.
You got it,
the more I told myself it was positive, the more I realized how much I really did start. I got rid of the selfish part and started focusing on it as a whole. Although I knew my project was huge, I loved it. And now there was nothing more that I could do than to help communities stuck in circumstances such as that. After loving my project again and truly working on it, I realized if I really wanted to help others and make a change, my voice had only limited change. I realized this because a part of my project is changing the state system. The organization known as the NJSIAA controls all high school sports teams and has the ability to add and remove students in our high school sports. This is a huge issue for me, because I didn't know who to go to until I learned to lean on others, which in my case was adults, such as the athletic trainers and athletic directors at our local high school. The voice of an adult would be much stronger than me to get points across and to actually create change. After getting the support of a few adults and having them love my project as well, it jumped my project from an idea towards an attainable and achievable thing. Their ideas added on to mine, and their words towards others in spreading my project only led to the support from others on my project, and greatly boosted it. It took me a little bit to actually ask for help from the adults from our school, as I was scared, but then I learned that they are a resource and I could use them to my advantage. I had to accept that my project wouldn't be possible without them, and this taught me to be mature when it comes to receiving help from those who want nothing to see me but succeed. Throughout the year, not only have my presenting skills grown, but my ability to just overall learn and absorb has grown. I learned to ask for help rather than refuse. I learned how to take away important knowledge from my interactions with others. Overall, I've achieved an understanding of what it means to be a student and how to be willing to learn. This project taught me how to overcome hardships, whether it be personally or unwillingness to follow through with my work. My project expanded my work ethic greatly, and I'm grateful that I stuck with it along my journey of learning. Working on my project opened new doors for my growth as a person and has taught me many things.
Stop!
I wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't have the support from others, and me being able to be mature and go out of my shell and do something I felt was uncomfortable. That would actually take work, time, and effort to achieve, and helping others and being successful to help others. Throughout my journey of learning, I am grateful for any experience I was put through, as it has made me who I am today, and the people who pushed me not to give up on something I could achieve and find enjoyment in if I just kept trying. Thank you.